So good afternoon, everyone. My English is not that good, so I put a serious talk on the PPT, the PowerPoint, and you can read by yourself. I can give extra explain. So I come from Chongqing. Chinese is always start by history, so we must start a little bit about where Chongqing is. Probably people will find Chongqing, how it looks like in YouTube, because it's quite popular in the past 2 years when the Chinese government gives a totally open visa for everyone for 1 week free. So suddenly people find there is an interesting 5D city in the deep of the China. Oh, okay, let's see a little bit about Chongqing. So it's a very early photo from the first year of the 20th century. This is how Chongqing looks like. The big river close to us is Yangtze River, the longest river in Asia. And the next one is this baby Jialing River. So the two rivers cross the land. We have 3 lands in the central of Chongqing. So basically, I think this should give you imagine how Asian China is. Chongqing have a more than 3,000 years history, but Chongqing's modern change is very suddenly in this past. Not, I think it's 100 years. We will see how it looks like today. So this is now Chongqing today. They call it cyberpunk city now. Very welcome you to there because we have a very strange space and also very strange food. Super spicy, which we call little spicy. It's a very interesting city, and the people are very open, a lot of fun. Maybe that's why I've been there. Okay, I was born in 1970, but in that time we could not see our home from the space. So the first, you could say how it looks like in 1984. Probably that didn't change much comparing with 1970. So everything happens from the 1990, which we call the Cold War is finished. So the world come to some great future, which we stay here. Okay, and all the country want to be part of it. The Chinese also choose to be a world factory. Yeah. So the Chongqing start to grow up. So 1996, I'm a student in the art school. And 2001, after the 2001 September 11, we get into the WTO and the economic suddenly boom. And then you can see how the city boom. So 2008, in the financial crisis in that year, Chinese government want to change a little bit, looking back from themselves. The idea to go through the financial crisis is open the commercial house business. We spend a lot of money to build a lot of house. And you see, after 6 years, the city is like this. Yeah. So you see how much money is. So when we ask where is the local for Chongqing, that's a difficult answer for space because the space is totally boom. So I think comparing with my childhood, the size of the local space, I believe is like 50 times of the city. So I often lost in my own hometown. Even I use a GPS by car. If you miss one exit from the highway, probably you have a 1-day travel for Chongqing. And also because we are mountain city, and the GPS doesn't work very well, and you think you are there, but maybe you will drive our bike because you must up 100 meters high. So that's a very interesting experience. You will find in YouTube about this magic. Okay. So here's a short modern history of Chongqing. You see, this is the biggest, there used to be a biggest steel factory in China. He started I think from in the middle of the 19th century. So when the UK go to China, we open the river, and in that time, industry be found. And this industry, like the steel factories, keep moving inside. And in the end, they found Chongqing. So this is the biggest one. Now it's disappeared, totally destroyed, and moved to somewhere else. And also, Chongqing have a big time. It's in the Second World War. The whole China lose most of the land. Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, it's all lost. So all the governments and all the high classes, rich people or powerful people, or artists or these useful peoples, they moved to Chongqing. So in that time, Chongqing is the capital of the war of China. So in that case, Taiwan also have a very close relationship with Chongqing, because after the war, they go to Taiwan. So Chongqing have a very special political meaning. And also in that time, Chongqing become a super famous city, world city in the world. Because in the meantime, the born in the London in China is born in Chongqing. We have 5 years be born by Japan. But nobody say how the Japanese looks like. And Chongqing people is very easy to angry people. So how difficult for this 5 years, people keep fighting you, but you don't know who he is. So actually, we have some funny story. And if you go to Chongqing, you will see some dishes. They call it Bondong Tokyo. This is a really fun history. We're always sharing with a Japanese friend, because we didn't meet each other, but the modernization war make us connect by bond, but we didn't face to face. It's a very interesting story. And later, Chongqing, we will find, after this small talk, you will find Chongqing is have very geographically diversity, and you can read it by yourself. Okay, so this is like the beginning of the photo of the Chongqing. The photography record how Asian Chongqing looks like. It's already quite fantasy, but you see the modern Chongqing. Sometimes it also surprised me. Even I'm a host there. Change too much, and I don't know the engineer how they're thinking to build the more detail like Chongqing. You can check in the YouTube. Surprise you, must. Okay, so Chongqing's history is very quick and change very fast, and the sites become double and double and double. That means its community must be also very diversity. And generally, all these people come from the countryside around Chongqing. So after the 1997, Chongqing became the third, I could not say that word, the third directly planned by central government. So exactly in the in the political system. So it's Beijing, Shanghai, Tianjin, and Chongqing. This four city is like a central planned city. And in that time, Chongqing has become big. And the population of Chongqing is very close with Poland. We have 35 million, and Poland is 37, I remember, 37 million. Okay. So all these photos not come from artists. It's come from, I like to use the photo from the social media because that's how people fantasy about their own life. So sometimes it's much better than artist. So you can see how people feel their own country, own city like this. And you also can feel the complex of the community and space. Okay, it's always up and down, black and white, shadow and light. Okay, so I start with the art center, Dimensions Art Center, a very strange name for Europe. My friend always asks why is dimensions, because in China we feel we live in the dimensions. It's a lot just like the joke I just talked with Mariana. In Europe, we will say the same is on the table or same is under the table. But in China, we say the same is dimensions. It's hard to talk clear. So the table is too easy to talk about China. So sometimes must be under table because there is a dimension for a lot of people. Okay. So you can see our task is like in the sentence. Okay. So it's how it looks like. Actually, when I found it, it's a little bit copy from the Dutch style. I spent 2 years in Dutch, in Holland. And also after this 12 years, we have nearly 100 residence artists used to have a residence plan in Chongqing. And you could say in 2017, I will go to Chongqing. And that's where all the stories start. And why I'm here is because she went to Chongqing before. She wanted to find a panda. And I didn't get, but we get art. So this is our organize. It's quick. You can have a quick view. We have a small team, but we have a dimensions cooperation with different people or different communication. Community. Okay, we have our task have 3 levels. So level 1, maybe it's more close with art, because I must tell you, art in China is everywhere, but it's not like the Western art concept. We don't have such very clear about what the art is, who is doing art. That's why artists in China is quite lonely, because they think you are learning from the Western. We don't understand what they're doing. The whole idea, whole logic, actually is out of Chinese community. I think it's just because they have a too long history. The local is too strong. The international is too little in China. So artists is a little bit like international power. So in China, go local is a lot, revolution. It's the whole past 100 years is go international. So if you you can feel go local. What go local is. After Chinese have longest high-speed way the network. If you check in January or February, you will find more than billion population people are moving in a short 1 week or 10 days. Where they want to go, they go local. They go back from city to somewhere they think that's my local, that's my home, and they will go back. So I think that could be a very good logo for Go Local. What's an opinion? Yeah. So the first level is help the artist and especially international art network, artist network could involve into the Chinese in a China society and Chinese culture modernization, because I have a lot of levels. Even most of the people don't understand what the modern art is, what the postmodern art is. Doesn't matter. They sometimes they enjoy. Of course, misunderstand, but misunderstand is better than not stand with you. Okay, so always we have some events to focus on the art. So in this level, we are more cooperate with the artist, which you could say were familiar. So this art workshop or education workshop, or the foundational drama showing, or the traditional skill to teach to the young people, or the professors sitting together discuss about art. Okay, so this is quite easy to understand, and also all the artists will be involved to have artwork in local, use the local material, do the local research, make the artwork with the local people together, and showing to the local community. That's exactly what we are doing. Same. Sometimes we will make big, like we get money, and here is people have low space for their own. Normally, under the high-speed way, it's forbidden to do anything. But we are doing something more to discuss with the governor. Let's have a bridge between culture, between the countryside and the city, between the private or the public, between the useness to use. To use for, so we built this for the local people to have a space to meet in, because when people building this bridge, actually took the field from the local. So we use the art as a reason to ask the government to give this bike to the local. Okay, so they do happy, but you can see how old the community is. That's all problem in the whole world. We earn money from the modern world, but we lose something. Lose a lot. Of course, we also do more like the Bionana, more focus on the art media, like the video and photo. We tried once, but not that success, because after 2 years we could find money. That make me very thinking. Make me think who will support the art festival in Europe? It's foundation, because you have this system, but in China we don't have foundation system. We do have the official, like you could say, a propaganda, one. But if you truly want to discuss about value of the public or the society, we don't have yet. So, but the first time here, we have some. I think we give some promise to them. The people will come here and they will get money from the how can we say, culture and tourism business, but actually it doesn't work that well. So the government don't believe us anymore. So the second time we didn't get it, but we try our best to unite all the artists and all the organization and all the price, and also the street food. A lot of street food on the. We want people enjoy or sharing the value of the art, but looks doesn't works well. But in the photo you can find very art style. It's more like artwork. Okay. Yes, we have some money that year. So this is a very famous teapot in Chongqing, and the artist use a light to rebuild it, and also like this a lot. Every time it's quite a lot of artists involved, because in China every number is big. It's always big. So we go to the level 2. So how to fund truly fund of the art in China, because we have nothing to depend on. Normally, as a professor, we could depend some project with the university, but as you know, universities have their own purpose. It's by historic story. You should continue, and otherwise you could not get any support. So if you want to do some event truly in the grassroots society, you must fund money by yourself, and you must ask the permission by yourself. Because if you do the events in the public, you should ask the government to give you permission. It's not their job. It's a lot of his responsibility. So we spent almost, I think, 80 years to explore. We meet a lot of people, or the governors, or businessmen, or the ordinary people in the street to make this work. So, but fortunately, in 2018, you could fund in that year. China have some change. Because in China, inside of China, they are more not focused on the international market. They are more focused on the inner China market, and rebuild the inner cycle. So in the way, they need the society have the more activity, and more focus on their own life, and more focus on the city. Because as you know before, you are worker, come from countryside, go to Chongqing and work for the world factory and sell the production to Europe or America. Nobody care about local. We are just a part of units. We are part of machine. But after 2018, there is a big mission for the local government. It's like you should think about who you are and building your own value, finding your own value from the history or from the people. So in this case, we have a lot of chance to go into the deep society in the city and in the countryside. But before, actually, it's quite difficult because spend money, spend time, and could not happen. So after this year, we get kind of a permission from the history, and then we go into and we bring the foreign artists going together. That become fantasy, and I think I've feels about that, because in the 2017 we must send a paper to ask we will go into somewhere to do something. But after 2018, things become easier. They are welcome us to working with them together. So that's the chance to make us work. So here it's a little bit like our way. It's like first we will fund the community troubles, common troubles, and then the artist co-create, and then become a public space. Okay, so it's kind of this is a story which we tell to the governor. It's very easy to understand. Let's fund the common, and this belong you and belong people, and then people artists go together, and you have a new space. Is that okay for you? Otherwise, you can do by yourself. Okay, this okay. You do. So that's a deal. Okay. Okay, you can see it looks very simple, but it's very difficult to find this. Like from the before, the community looks like. Here is a lot of secret business. Now also some drug or sexual business. But after this, people will feel good. Why they stand out? Because they don't want children living in such a community. So they working together to building this got together. We use three tools: art, ecology, and community. Okay, I will explain a little bit. Always like this, a lot of people working together. So the main job for us is organize all the timing and all the events and who will working together. And slowly, after 2 months, the space be building up. And another from another tool or logic, it's we found the community memory because Chinese people is a lot of logic people. It's more like historic people. So the only way ask Chinese together is to find the historic common. So memories works very well for Chinese. And then we use artistic media thinking and transform to the public space, make the public valuable, valuable. This is an example. As we say, the big factory before, this factory is already moved out, but there is just old peoples living there, but nobody notice. But these two they are very good couple in the community. They have a 50 years marriage. They are very good, very standable power. Okay, for the society. So we help them to make this moment out and put this photo into the government door. And the government is welcome. All the people sitting here is a governor. So we built this common view for them together to help them to unite. Okay, this is another case. It's also very touchful, but I jump to the next one. The third one is we use this whole things together to involve to the city level to help the city to have a common dream. So this is already 5 years before we start about it. And this is Yunnan. It's it's very famous with 26 ethnic groups living together. Okay, so we have a chance to make a central park become a central field, which is co-create with all the people together. Yeah, this is for us. It's very like a turn point for us. Okay, and we did it when we opened it in October. Yeah. So how it looks like, it's a lot by the government. It's all by we make a game with the government. Actually, this land is almost for free, give to us to co-create together for the city. So this is a whole story go into this case. It's how the art could use three principle. This is it's actually I don't make this very. I think you just have a look, will understand what we do in different dimensions, different level. It's a how to discuss together and construction together and governance together. But I think for China, most important is take this governance together because we don't have a foundation to protect us. So I think this part maybe it's key sharing opinion from China. I'm very looking for, say, your guys to visit my city and go my local. Thank you.